Hi kids, welcome to MBM Aquatics. We're here in the new fish room. I apologize for the noise, there's not much lighting in here, so you're probably going to hear a little car traffic. As you can see, there's a lot of work to be done in here. The previous owner had started insulating in some spots. The ceiling's insulated. There's service. I need to run gas yet, and I need to get water out here. So I got to get out of the old fish room by the end of September, and today is September 2nd. So there's a lot of work to do. This room will not be done before I need to be out. But we'll give you a little quick walk around here. There are a few tanks. You can see next to me I've got some empty racks. Got a bit of dilemma there. I'm going to bring the old fish tanks up from the old room, put them on here. But these were built for Oceanic 65s, and what's currently standing in the fish room are all glass 75s. And the difference there is about 6 inches, which is really going to eat up the headspace I have to use here. So I'm kind of debating on how I want to approach that. This is 3 racks when fully assembled, and then I will be leapfrogging tanks, tearing one rack down, bringing the tanks up here, putting them on here, and then tearing that rack down, bringing that rack up, and leapfrogging my way through there. But obviously, as we take a look around, we'll be able to see that that's not an option. You can probably tell by my voice that the stress of the move and the allergies are getting to the best of me. I apologize in advance for that. My throat's a little raw at the moment. So as we take a look around, we can see that there is some insulating done. The ceiling is already insulated. There's crawl space access, which is probably where I'll be storing my styrofoam. The slat wall there will come down. I'm told it's insulated behind that. But either way, I think I want to take all the particle board down, prime both sides, and probably prime the inside with a Kills or other mold resistant type paint, because of the humidity we're going to have in here. You can see here the racks, door. I have a couple windows here. My cooler water Corys and stuff will probably end up over here by these windows, so that when the room's heated up I can open up these windows and keep the Cory end cool. I do have a couple tanks here. These are the Oceanic 65s. As we can see, they're drilled, and that's where the dilemma starts. I don't know that I want to run the plumbing for those in the temporary room. Over here is where the electrical service comes in. If we look closely, he actually has another service line set up and ready to run, so I'll be able to bring my gas in through that. I'm also going to run an electrical line back into the house, because the house is on an 8K generator, so I'll be able to hook my air pump that runs all my Madden filters up to that 8K generator, and if the power would ever go out, the tanks would continue to filter. I'm also going to have to cut the concrete out somewhere in this vicinity to bring water in. Frost level here is 48 inches, so I got to dig down about 5 feet to bring water over. That's going to be quite the chore. We can see he's got a nice insulation started, but it is kind of bits and pieces throughout. There's a 110 amp service. Because I don't do a whole lot of heating, I'm going to be heating with gas. I'm not too worried about power. One nice thing is that as we walk out the garage door here, I'm going to have to increase the molding there, is that there is gutter all the way around the outside of this garage. So I'm going to be able to tap in and stash some rain barrels on the back side of the garage, and I'll collect all the water that runs off of this roof. I'll be able to utilize that in the fish room. I'm going to have to cut a sump in the floor in here and kick the water somewhere. I haven't quite decided where yet. Now we're going to bounce over to the other garage on the house, which is already insulated and has water, and that's going to be the temporary fish room while I finish this one up. Long term, because of humidity and moisture, I really don't want the fish room attached to the house. There's too much potential for problems, and I'd rather just play it safe. We'll use the detached building for the fish. The attached building is a garage, if you can call it a garage. You'll see what I'm talking about in a second. So this is the attached garage. If you could see on the floor here, I've started marking some spots where I think some racks are going to go. It's carpet tiles, insulated. There's a Dayton furnace in here, and there's a sink. So the sink will be nice for taking care of the fish. On the wall here is what's referred to as a cleat. It's a piece of plywood cut at a 45-degree angle. I bought cabinets that are going to go in here that will be get the other end of the cleat, and they'll hang on the wall by setting into that 45-degree angle. So along this wall will be cabinets for storing some of the fish stuff, because I am limited on space, and then the racks will come through in this area here. You can see where I'm taping and marking stuff off. There's a sunroom off of the attached garage. And up here you can see the furnace, the heater that's going to be heating the room. So this is where the fish will be while I finish up on the outside of the room. Again, there's a lot of stuff in here from the move that hasn't been put away. We haven't found a home for it yet. So that's kind of where we're at right now. We're going to run down to the other fish room and see where we're at there. Feed the fish, check on them. Show you the mess I've got going on over there. But first I'll walk you out into the backyard and show you one of the new features that MBM Aquatics will be able to play with. Not a selling point by any means, but there is a very nice koi pond here in the backyard. I'm not much of a koi person, but they are kind of starting to grow on me. So it's a very nice setup. Recirculating with a stream. So over here is the filter. There's a barley bag in there. There's one koi that appears to have bloat or a tumor or something, but is living just fine and doesn't seem to be affecting its ability to swim. The water comes up through the filter, down through this stream. And into the vat here, where it gets pumped back up to the top. The hose is in there because it has been very dry and very humid. It's set up to a timer to add water every morning. So we're going to bounce on down to the other fish room, do some more changes. I'll show you what I got left standing down there that still has fish in it. And tomorrow we're going to start moving some tanks, hopefully. I got a little bit of work here to set those racks up, and the work begins.